Today we're going to simplify numbers with rational exponents. Do you know how to simplify these 10 problems? Simplify each expression using laws of exponents. Give it a try and play the video whenever you're ready for the solutions. One way to simplify these expressions is by transforming them into radical expressions. In our previous videos, we learned the different laws of exponents, and today we're going to apply those laws in simplifying this expression. The power rule states that if a to the power of m is raised to the power of n, the answer is simply a to the power of mn, which means that you need to keep the base a and multiply the powers m and n. The negative exponent rule states that a to the power of negative n is equal to 1 over a to the power of n. Question number 1. 4 to the power of negative 0.5. 0.5 is the same thing as 1/2, so this problem is the same thing as 4 to the power of negative 1/2. Now we need to rewrite base 4 with exponent of 2 or a multiple of 2. Base 4 is the same thing as 2 to the second power, and the outside exponent is negative 1/2. Using power rule, we keep base 2 and multiply the powers 2 times negative 1/2. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. Now using the negative exponent rule, we can make this to a positive exponent by moving it to the denominator. And we will have 1 over 2 to the positive first power, or simply 1 over 2 or 1/2. Question number 2. 343 to the power of 2/3. Step 1 is to rewrite 343 using the exponent 3 or a multiple of 3. So 343 is the same thing as 7 to the third power. Using power rule, we will keep base 7 and multiply the powers 3 and 2/3. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 divided by 3 is 2. 7 squared means 7 times 7, so the answer for number 2 is 49. Question number 3. 16 to the power of 3/4. Step 1 is to rewrite base 16 using the exponent 4 or multiple of 4. Instead of using 4 squared, we will use 2 to the 4th power. That way, the exponent is a multiple of a denominator 4. Using power rule, we keep base 2 and multiply the powers 4 and 3/4. 4 times 3 is 12. 12 divided by 4 is 3. Simplifying this, 2 to the third power means 2 times 2 times 2, and that is 8. Question number 4. 64 to the power of negative 1/2. So step 1 is to write 64 using power of 2 or a multiple of 2. So we will use 8 squared. Or you can also use 2 to the power of 6. Using power rule, we keep base 8 and multiply the powers 2 times negative 1/2. 2 times negative 1 is negative 2. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. Now we need to use the negative exponent rule to make this a positive exponent. To make this to a positive power, we will have 1 over 8 to the positive 1, and that will be the same thing as 1 over 8. Question 5. 343 to the power of negative 4/3. Step 1 is to rewrite 343 using power of 3 or a multiple of 3. 343 is the same thing as 7 to the third power. Using the power rule, we will keep base 7 and multiply 3 times negative 4/3. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Negative 12 divided by 3 is negative 4. Now using the negative exponent rule, we can make this negative exponent to a positive by moving this to your denominator. So we will have 1 over 7 to the positive 4. And 7 to the 4th power is 2,401. So the answer is 1 over 2,401. Simplify each expression using laws of exponents. Give it a try and play the video whenever you're ready for the solutions. Question 6. 81 to the power of 3 over 2. Step 1 is to write 81 using a power of 2 or a multiple of 2. So we can use 9 to the 2nd power. Using power rule, we will keep base 9 and multiply the powers 2 and 3 over 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 9 to the 3rd means 9 times 9, which is 81, times 9 again, we will have 729. So the answer for number 6 is 729. Number 7. 81 to the power of negative 3/4. Step 1 is to rewrite 81 using a power of 4 or a multiple of 4. In this case, we will not use 9 square because 2 is not a multiple of 4. Instead, we will be using 3 to the 4th power. 3 to the 4th power is also 81. Using power rule, we will keep base 3 and multiply the powers 4 and negative 3/4. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. Negative 12 divided by 4 is negative 3. Now we need to use the negative exponent rule. To make this positive, we need to move this into your denominator. So numerator will be 1 and denominator will be 3 to the power of positive 3. Simplifying this, we will have 1 over 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3 is 27. So the answer is 1 over 27. Question 8. 216 to the power of 2/3. Step 1 is to rewrite 216 using the exponent 3 or a multiple of 3. 216 is the same thing as 6 to the power of 3. Using power rule, we will keep base 6 and multiply the powers 3 times 2/3. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 divided by 3 is 2. And of course, 6 squared is 6 times 6, or that is 36. Question 9. 125 to the power of negative 4/3. Step 1 is to rewrite 125 using exponent of 3 or a multiple of 3. So 125 is the same thing as 5 to the 3rd power. Using the power rule, we will keep base 5 and multiply the powers 3 and negative 4/3. 3 times negative 4 is negative 12. Negative 12 divided by 3 is negative 4. Now we need to use the negative exponent rule. To make this positive, we need to move this below and numerator will be 1. So we will have 1 over 5 to the 4th power. Simplifying this further, 5 to the 4th is 625. So we will have 1 over 625. Question 10. 27 to the power of 4/3. First step is to write 27 using power of 3 or multiple of 3. So 27 is the same thing as 3 to the 3rd power. Using power rule, we need to keep base 3 and multiply the powers 3 and 4/3. 3 times 4 is 12. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And 3 to the 4th power is 3 times 3, 9. 9 times 3, 27. Times 3 again, we have 81. So the answer for number 10 is 81. Thank you for watching, and please consider subscribing to my channel at Celzo Academy.